Hey, what's going on? Hey, quick question. Have you guys ever heard of that saying that you could be sleeping with the enemy? Well, I just wanted to share a couple of scriptures with you based on that right there. So I'll be coming out of Matthew and Luke. So the first is Matthew chapter 10, verses 35 to 36. Yahushua say, I came to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And then 36. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household. Then we go down here in Luke. Luke chapter 12, verses 51, starting there. Yahushua says, mothers will be divided from daughters, and daughters from mothers. Mother-in-laws will be against brides, and brides against mother-in-laws. And in both of these scriptures here, the phrase is used to illustrate that identification with Yahushua and obedience to his kingdom is more important than earthly relationships. It can also mean that those who don't believe in Yahushua and the teachings of Yahuwah will turn on those in their families who do. And I want to pay attention or target verses 36 in Matthew 10:36. A man's enemies will be members of his own household. And when I saw that scripture, that put me in mind of a narcissist. And if you don't know what a narcissist is, I would advise you to find out. It's best to look on YouTube. There's different kinds. It's a personality disorder. That's what they've labeled it. But I know it to be demonic. So I advise you to look it up on YouTube. And anyone, hear me out, anyone, anyone can be a narcissist. And that goes back to the enemy, your spouse, your husband, your wife, your children, your siblings, your mom, your dad, your boss at work, church members, anyone can be a narcissist. And it's something, man. So yeah, but your enemy could be someone, a member of your own house, you know. All right, food for thought. And a lot of people are gonna come, a lot of people are going to have to make a decision, I should say, whether or not they choose Yahuwah, Yahusha, and follow the Most High, or are they gonna choose their their family, their loved ones, their mom, their dad, you know. Um, there's a song that I'm not about to sing, but there's a song from back in the day, old school, old school Baptist, and it's I'll go if I have to go by myself. If my mother don't go, father don't go, sister don't go, brother don't go, I'll go if I have to go by myself. And speaking of that song, well, what I'm saying, okay, let me stop. With that song, you just might have to go by yourself on that road. You're not going to have family members or friends. You're going to be alone, or you're going to feel alone, you know. And are you willing to go by yourself? But what I want to say too, just in thinking that song, I was thinking early in the week, last week, whatever. People lie, people tell lies, but people don't realize that you could sing a lie just as you tell one, right? So it made me think about being in the choir. I come from a choir background, and all these songs that the choir people are singing, you know, and I was like, man, is Yahuwah gonna hold these people accountable? Because a lot of the songs they're singing, as far as in the church, I'm saying, uh, I don't know. It's like they they're not living up to what they're singing about. You know, it's a lot. If you're singing something about faith and having faith, or or being like Job, and you may just find yourself in a situation like Job, or you may find yourself in a situation where all you have is faith and the Most High, Yahuwah, Yahushua Hamashiach, to rely on. what the scripture says, lean not to your own understanding. Um, that can be pretty intense because all around you you see stuff falling apart, and and you're praying and crying out to the Most High, but it's like not that He's not answering because things He does things in His time, and His timing is different from our timing. But in those, it could be a test. Like, are you gonna have faith? Are you gonna, Acts chapter 1, 2 through 4, be joyful during that time? You know, that right there, that takes a person who's spiritually, have grown spiritually. You just not automatically just be joyful when you're going through craziness. But yeah, a lot of people in these choirs and singing all these songs, I was like, man, do they know what they're doing? Because it made me think of the opposite. Like when you have people speaking, be it noise to them and not like cursing and word curses and stuff on them, you know, man, I'm always broke. So then it's like, are you speaking? Because words have power. So you're going to always be broke. Or, I'm saying I'm that, but I'm just saying like, just you can speak things and sing things and like, I don't know, bring them into fruition, come into an agreement. It's a mess, but just be, man. I just thought about that, about the singing thing. All right, that's it right there. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.